Hello, and welcome to day number 63. And today's story is Moses' death. Moses' work for almost Moses' work was almost done. God said to him, "Gather the children of Israel together and speak your last words, for you are not to lead the people across the Jordan. You are to die in this land, as I said to you at Kadesh." So Moses called the leaders of the 12 tribes before his tent and said to them, "Many things that you can read in the book of the Bible called Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy. I know all those names in Arabic, not in English, so I'm challenging myself. So please put up with me with some spelling mistakes. I'm trying my best. Thank you. He told them what wonderful things God had done for their fathers and for them. He gave them all the words of God's law. He told them that they must not only keep God's law themselves, but must teach it to their children, so it might never be forgotten. Then Moses sang a song of farewell and wrote down all his last words. Then he gave a charge to Joshua, whom God had chosen to take his place as the ruler and leader of the people, though no man could take Moses' place as a prophet of God and the giver of God's law. He said he laid his hands on Joshua's head, and God gave Joshua some of his spirit that had been on Moses. Then Moses, all alone, went out of the camp, while all the people looked at him and wept. Slowly he walked up the mountainside until they saw him no more. He climbed to the top of Mount Nebo, stood alone up there and looked at the land of promise that lay spread out before him. Far in the north, he could see the white crown of Mount Hermon, where there is always snow. At his feet, but far below, the river Jordan was winding its way down to the Dead Sea across the river. At the foot of the mountains stood the city of Jericho, surrounded with a high wall. On the summit of the mountains beyond, he could see Hebron, where Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob were buried. He could see Jerusalem, Bethel, and the two mountains where Shechem lay hidden in the center of the land. And here and there through the valley, he could see in the west of the gleaming water of the great sea. Then Moses all alone lay down on the mountain top and died. There was no man on Mount Nebo to bury Moses, so God himself buried him. And no man knows where God laid the body of Moses, who had served him so faithfully. After Moses, no man ever lived so near to God and talked with God so freely until Jesus Christ, the Son of God, came among men. And that was the word of the Lord. Now I will tell you the discussion questions. Number 1, why didn't Moses go into the promised land? Number 2, who took over as leader after Moses died? Number 3, how do you think Moses felt about not going into the promised land? Number 4, why was Moses so close to God? And that was the end of day number 63. Thank you again for a joyful day and a blessed reading. May God bless us all. Bye for now.